What's going on, everyone? This is Kunal. In this technical analysis video, I will go over the death cross and the golden cross and what it means for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular. So a death cross, as described by Investopedia, is a crossover resulting from a security's long-term moving average breaking above its short-term moving average or support level. It is so named due to the shape created when charting the activity and its association with a downward market trend. As long-term indicators carry more weight, this trend indicates a bear market on the horizon and is reinforced by high trading volumes. And breaking down the death cross. And the death cross can occur in individual stocks within various funds and when examining indices and averages. Considering a bearish signal within the market, a death cross occurs when the short-term 50-day moving average, also called a price trend, crosses the long-term 200-day moving average. It is named a death cross due to the X shape it makes when the trend is charted and is often considered a sign of further losses for a particular stock, as you can see here. So conversely, a golden cross, as described by Investopedia, is a bullish breakout pattern formed from a crossover involving a security's short-term moving average, such as the 15-day moving average, breaking above its long-term moving average, such as the 50-day moving average, or resistance level. As long-term indicators carry more weight, the golden cross indicates a bull market and is reinforced by high trading volumes. And then there are three stages to a golden cross. The first stage requires that a downtrend eventually bottoms out as the selling is depleted. In the second stage, a shorter move average forms and the crossover up to the larger moving average to trigger a breakout and confirmation of trend reversal. The last stage is the continuing uptrend for the follow through to high prices. And the most commonly used moving averages are, again, the 50-day period and 200-day moving period. So here again is Tradingview for you guys. And before I begin, I just want to make it clear I'm using three indicators: the 50-day, the 200-day, and the 1000-day. But mostly the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. This is not the end-all be-all. If you guys want, when you're taking a look, if you want to use a different indicator or a different time frame, you can go ahead and do so. But I will use the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, 1000-day moving average, and the volume indicators to go through what I'm discussing. So let us make this full screen and go into this. So let's start with a death cross. Right here in red, right over here in red is the 50-day moving average. Right over here in purple or blue is the 200-day moving average. And for the first time in a long time, as you can see, this is a 1-year outlook that I've presented. And as you can see, right here in late March is and going into early April is where a death cross occurred, where the 50-day moving average fell below the 200-day moving average. And it was accompanied by a sharp spike in volume at that particular time frame, as you can see here. For just that particular set of days, the volume had spiked from a previous week or so of the volume being lower. And so that is a trend, that is a indicator that we had reached a bear market at that point. Now, if you want to look and go see a golden cross, you have to understand the three stages that were mentioned. So the golden cross occurs as a sell-off concludes. So what that means is it's the end of a bear market. It signifies the end of a full sell-off, and as we prepare for a bull run, and as you can see, the bull run culminated in this run up at the end of December and early January. But if we go back now, we want to see, when did this red line right here, the 50-day moving average, first go above the purple line or the 200-day moving average? So for that, we have to go all the way back to November of 2015. So what's the first thing we look at when we're looking at a golden cross? So we look at volume. Does the volume add up? And take a look at this, a crazy spike in volume at the end of November 2015. And what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to escape out here for a second so I can give you guys, use this zoom in tool here to zoom into this November time frame here. so I can give you guys a look. And whoa, it got so close that I gotta zoom in even further. Here we go. Okay, so here, I don't know if you guys, we gotta zoom in even further. That's how close it was, guys. That's what happens. It kind of just you know, slowly trends in and slowly starts to trend out. But what you see here as we go in from November 2nd through November 3rd and November 4th is the first time that this red line went over the blue purple line, meaning the 200-day moving average for the first time came below the 50-day moving average, and that means we're headed towards a bull run. Now, what's another way to prove that this was indeed the case? So I'm going to zoom out in a little bit, and we lost this. Oh, perfect. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you remember, after the Mt. Gox hack of early 2014, Bitcoin had gone into a huge bear run where it lost 80% of its value, or it went from over $1,000 of price discovery on Mt. Gox all the way down to like $200, and it had basically stayed in that range all the way till the end of 2015. And when that bull run came, as you can see, after that huge spike right here at the end of 2015, all of a sudden Bitcoin starts slowly moving up, culminating in the big run at the end of 2017. So that golden cross was an indicator that Bitcoin had finished off its selling point and was ready to run. Now, here's the key point. That golden cross wasn't an indicator of how long it would take for the bull run to come, but what it did indicate was the sell-off was over, meaning that golden cross was an indicator of a buying opportunity, a perfect buying moment. So having that historical perspective, we can now look at the current situation and say, okay, the 50-day moving average right now is way above the 200-day moving average. That's just a fact. If we go into the 1 year look of the 200-day moving average is way above the 50-day moving average right now. So because of that, unfortunately, that is still a bearish trend, and Bitcoin has been on a steady decline over the last 6 months after being at an all-time high. And the point here being, well, here's the last line I'm going to introduce. That's the 1,000-day moving average line, and that right now is sitting at $3,400 in that range. So that 1,000-day moving average line, I think if you care about cryptocurrencies and you have a long-term view on cryptocurrencies, and you think that cryptocurrencies are the future and blockchain is the future, then you're looking at that 1,000-day line and saying, yup, that's more accurate of a trend line that I can get behind, a slow and steady growth as we move forward into the future. So what I would be looking at is if the value of Bitcoin starts to creep closer and closer towards that 1,000-day moving average line, that would be a good day to buy. Now, of course, this is really, really low near 3,400, but you can say even at 6,200 right now, in terms of in a bear market, and you're looking at the bottom and you're looking at where it's going, it could be still going further down. Now, that's not I think it's important that we find the floor before we can get the next bull run. So no, this is not fun or anything like that. I want Bitcoin to reach new all-time highs, but in order for it to do that, it needs to first find a floor that it can really, really get behind. It needs to find a support level that it can absolutely not fall below. And I think once Bitcoin reaches somewhere close to this 1,000-day moving average line, I think we're going to have a golden cross where the 50-day moving average is once again going to go past this 200-day moving average. And if you go back and take a look, all three of these lines were in close proximity to each other when the red line first crossed over. The 50-day line went over the 200-day moving line in late November 2015. So all three of these lines right now are pretty far apart. So I would be looking to see, as we consolidate, all three of these lines starting to close in on each other. And that's when we can get the next bullish signal. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit of technical analysis. really, I'm learning as much as you guys as we're going through this, so it's really fascinating to me. And you can follow us on altcoinbuzz.io. That's our website where we have our podcast. We have news and updates. You can also follow us on our Twitter account where we have almost 77,000 followers. And you can also follow Altcoin Buzz Ladies at abuzz_ladies, where they have all of their latest videos as well. And last but not least, please do like this video, and please do subscribe to us as well, where we have over 208,000 subscribers. So thank you very much, guys, and have a great day.